going on in the United States. And so therefore it kind of makes it unfair because it kind of just favors the ones that made the redistricting. We need to have the term limits to keep everybody honest. We also need to have term limits for the Supreme Court justices, because when you're there 95 years old, you get older, and so you gotta make sure the rules are done right.
Robert, thank you very much.
Ma'am, I know you've had a question for a while. Did you?
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to address that. I don't know if you are directly involved in Kane County politics.
Well, I'm not from Kane County, but if I can tell you about Stevenson County, we have 5 school districts, each paying their superintendents over $200,000. That's where the problem lies. Why do you need 5 leaders in one county? Consolidate. The schools can still keep their mascots, they can still keep their own identity, but just have one leader over all the school districts.
Well, one thing I would say real quick too is you need to hold your local school board officials accountable as well. So this isn't just on the federal level; it has to happen there, and I think that's where we have the least accountability right now is in our Congress. But also our school boards have to be held accountable to make sure that they're spending our money wisely. One thing I'll say quickly, and why we also need to say no to any more taxes. We are not undertaxed; we are overtaxed. The problem is they overspend at every single level. And Governor Quinn wants to raise taxes at least 33%, maybe 66%. So I get back to what Chris said earlier, that it is so important for us to elect Bill Brady as governor this time around to make sure that taxes are right here and good people out in Washington, D.C. as well.
Thanks, Randy. Does anybody else want to address that real quick?
Yeah, okay.
All I want to say is we need to take the tax burden off the homeowner. We need to spread it around to everybody that's going to school to make sure that everybody pays their fair share. I, as a homeowner, pay a tremendous amount of real estate taxes for the schools. We want to educate our children, but I think it's for everybody to help pay for that, not just the homeowner.
Okay, we have time for one last question.
I'm a senior here that is concerned about that getting a COLA increase for 2 years, but Congress got their fare raised.
Okay. Sure, real quick.
Well, again, each one of these things we could talk for a long time. Pensions, one thing very quickly there is they're underfunding it. They're making promises not following through. Yeah, I think it is. What is illegal too that's not being enforced is we have a requirement to have a balanced budget here in Illinois. It hasn't happened for years, and it's this accounting gimmicks that they're doing of pushing, what was it, $6 billion that they pushed off of bills from 2010 into 2011. So we start on day 1 of the fiscal year already $6 billion behind, and that's at zeros to what's happening out in Washington, D.C. of that. Again, we need to make sure that our leaders at every single level, from the school board all the way up to mayor, up to Congress, to the president, are being held accountable to follow the laws.
Thanks, Randy.
I don't know if it's illegal to promise with the money, but it is a lack of common sense.
Well, now is the time to make a change. That's what we're here about tonight. make this change so we'll get these things corrected. You know, we the people vote the people in office. We the people can vote them out of office, and that's what we need to do. It has to be one at the ballot box, and we have to do it now.
Thank you, Robert.
If it's, well, again, I think that it's a rhetorical question when you say, isn't it against law? It's obviously against the natural law of decency and telling people the truth and not making a promise that's broken. I'm sponsoring legislation. You know that there was reform in the state pensions for new hires this past spring. In 24 hours, they passed legislation that would change and reform law on just the new folks who are being hired. I don't think that that goes anywhere near far enough. We need to cap the abuses. I think that the mayor mentioned about the high earnings. That is an abuse when 75% after 34 years, that's at 55 years old, someone's going to walk off with $150,000 for not coming to work. That is abusive. That must be capped. Number two, the age has to be changed from 55 to at least 62, and which is the minimal age, the lower age in Social Security. There should be no double dipping. Where politicians get multiple, fireman pension and General Assembly pension crazy. And then I think that the pensions for members of the General Assembly.
Thank you.
One last question up here.
Hi, I've been a realtor for 25 years, and I've never seen the housing industry as it is. I agree with the gentleman that was referring to the taxes and how high they are. There are so many homes for sale in Sun City, and these are mostly retired people that cannot turn around and sell their home quickly. The pages in the Daily Herald are full of foreclosures, 2-3 pages in one edition. I think that if people can't afford their mortgage, they certainly are also having problems with their taxes. And the taxes are ranging between $5,000 and $14,000 on homes, and they keep going up. And no one can afford to have a home and pay that kind of taxes. I feel sorry for the people of Sun City. It's because they cannot turn around and sell their home as quickly as they need to. My question to you is, what are your solutions to this housing collapse? And anyone of you can add.
One of the things, you can pay off your mortgage, but you can never stop paying your property taxes. We have 7 different taxing bodies in Freeport, Illinois. One of them, the township, gives away so much money for heat, rent, water, and the list goes on. We attract people into Freeport for the treatments. And their office is just down the street from where I am. And it creates havoc. People who invest in their homes would build bigger homes. And young people would start to build homes if property taxes weren't so high. That is one of the evils of government, both state and local, on the burden of people. You would have more people constructing houses, putting on additions, refinishing different rooms. We'd have construction workers working if our taxes were not so high. We're over at Freeport, Illinois. We have high tax. Rockford has an even higher tax, and I'm not for sure what the tax rate in McHenry County is. But it's a shame that you continuously always have to pay that property tax. Thank you.
I'll be really quick. There's so many things we can do. One thing I would do immediately is have real reform of Freddie and Fannie. These are government agencies that have been a big part of the problem. And right now, it's completely being ignored. There's no accountability there among them. That's got to change.
It's going to get worse if the cap and trade gets through, because people that have homes in Chicago are going to have to meet our value that they won't be able to do, because the brick fund goes in Chicago, the walls will not afford that. Another thing that has happened, the mortgage industry, with the rules that were given by the federal government, has created this mess. They have to be turned around, and what can be done about this, the people losing their homes, the banks have to work together with the individual owning the home to reduce that mortgage and add it on to the back end so at least they can stay in there and pay for their homes. Banks can do this. What they do when somebody goes into foreclosure, they get rid of the loan right away. They don't want to talk to the individual. They must stop talking to the individuals, and we have to lead the way to do that, so we can reduce their payment, add the rest of it on the back of the home, so they can stay in there in Florida.
Thank you. Senator Lauzen? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to conclude the program. Thank you all for coming out very much. I know we did not get to everybody's question. I do apologize for that. These four candidates have agreed to stay around for a little bit in the lobby to talk to you. But real quick, before everybody leaves, give them a round of applause.